Okay, has anybody seen this film with Joaquin Phoenix called Her, where he falls in love with his AI assistant? Yes, indeed. What a fascinating film, and a kind of a glimpse into a very complicated future, I think. What happens when artificial intelligence becomes human? So it's a great pleasure to welcome to the stage 4 absolutely brilliant experts who are going to talk about exactly this topic right now. I'm going to mention them one-on-one and ask them one-on-one to come on stage. And hey, we haven't been at a conference in a while in person, so give them, each of them, a big round of applause, please. So let's start with the moderator, who is Jose Minguez, the head of Innovation Market Iberia for Endesa. Welcome to the stage. Yes. Fantastic. Welcome, Jose. Next, we're going to mention the Garage Solution Architect and Squad Manager. What a great job title at IBM. Maria Borbones. Welcome, Maria. Fantastic. Next, we're going to welcome to the stage the CEO of Digital Human Experience, Manuel Jurado Gras. Welcome, Manuel. Thank you. And wrapping up our quartet of AI awesomeness, we have the CEO of WeTalk.AI, Jose Maria Pujol. Welcome to the stage.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Jose, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for attending. I'm going to start with a short introduction about artificial intelligence. When you look through the map of entrepreneurship from South Summit that they delivered this year, you can see that this is increasing a lot. In Europe, almost the 3 most interesting technology was machine learning, artificial intelligence, and cloud computing, which have better relation. So, furthermore, if you look to McKinsey State of the AI, because innovation is business, they did an enquest between almost 3,000 enterprises, and they show up that 20% of the enterprise that funding, that 5% of the EBIT becomes from artificial intelligence. 16% of the companies, they have taken deep learning beyond piloting stage, which is very important. This has been in the past many years, and 50% generation cost and different functional levels. So to start this about the past of the artificial intelligence and the present, I think the best person that we could have with us is Maria Borbones, Solution Architect and Squad Manager in IBM Garage, because of course IBM has been at the forefront of the artificial intelligence since the winter, the winter of the artificial intelligence. So can you tell us a little bit of how have you seen all this process?
Yeah, thank you, Jose. Well, IBM has been betting on artificial intelligence from the really beginning. I'm sure that all of you knows that IBM built a machine to be able to bet Kasparov on playing a game, playing chess. And later on 2011, we built a machine to be able to go to Jeopardy. I'm not sure if you all know Jeopardy. It was a quiz, a show, a television show, where people had to find out the question for an answer. So the presenter is giving an answer to the people, and they need to bring out the question for the answer. So the curious thing here was how IBM decided to build Watson for Jeopardy. He was the CEO, he was in a bar, and suddenly he realized that all the people in the bar was looking at the TV. And he asked the barman, like, why people is so curious about TV? And he told him, it's Jeopardy. People like Jeopardy. So the next day, he went to the lab, to the research lab, and decided to tell them, let's go. We need to build a machine to be able to win Jeopardy. And all people will know and will about IBM Watson. So that's why we built Watson some years ago. Later on, we have been working in several projects around AI, like Project Debater. It's the first time a machine is able to debate in front of people, not only to talk or to understand natural language, but also to debate. So it was an amazing project. And with all that technology, what we do later on? Well, we offer that technology to all our customers, And this is possible because of the cloud, for example. I like too much a sentence from IBM that says that everybody here has the same access to technology that any 500 Fortune company. Why? Because everything is available in the cloud, and we can access all the power of IBM Watson on the cloud thanks to the cloud, for example, but also you can bring that power to your company. And we have so many things that we can do with artificial intelligence within IBM, and that's thanks to the IBM research team. We have a really huge team that's called IBM Research, where they're all day researching around what we can do next in AI. And if you go to Google and you look for IBM Research, you will find their website and all the projects that they are working right now on. And one of the examples of the technology that we are bringing to life, it's Watson Assistant. It's a technology that enabled us to create our own virtual assistant. And one real example is Endesa. So, Jose, can you tell us what are you doing around assistant, voice bots with Watson?
Well, I have to say that in the last years, we were at the forefront of artificial intelligence. We make a scouting of all the providers. I'm going to talk a little bit later about the startups, but of course, the most advanced technology at that time and present time, it was IBM. So we implemented the voice bot and the chatbots. And around 20% of the answers of the call center are being automatically answered by artificial intelligence. Of course, if people don't like to talk to a machine, they can talk with a person. There's always a person in the background. But it's amazing, the ones who have been in this place, seeing how has evolved the technology. But furthermore, especially in the last 2 years, many startups have appeared with more advanced solutions, speech analytics, sentiment analytics, many things that they are coming out, especially startups that they are very advanced. To put you up some figures, in this year, we have analyzed around 80 startups that are developing solutions, and we are preparing a bootcamp for the business lines to really to see which one of these can be implemented, because this is not always so easy. But as well, the data teams that they work in Endesa, they are also using the cloud technology, the different technologies, and here we have, of course, like many startups, machine learning to study the non-technical losses of the grid, which is very important to reduce the operating cost of the grid and to reduce losses and be more environmental friendly. The artificial intelligence is being used also to reduce the pollution emissions of the generation plants, because they analyze the best optimal operation of the combined cycle. That sometimes we forget that we need the combined cycle, so we have the light in the night. And for example, now we are in a project very advanced. Probably we won't have a product to analyze and give to the users signals to be able to reduce the electrical bill. So at the end, I think all these tools that you provide as a technology company, because of course we don't develop the technology, we are a user of the solutions we receive. They are very advanced. They are getting better every year, and we see a huge hype. But I think let's talk a little bit more of the future. Well, we all know this because this we have in our present times. And for talking a little bit about the future, because as you can see, all this back end that has the artificial intelligence gets business cases that you can use, but you need a forefront. And now we have the chatbots, the telephones for the voice bot. But José María Pujol, founder of CEO WeTalk, claims to be the first European company specialized in development of empathic human interface in real time. So we are going to put a short video, and you are going to explain us what this has special and why artificial intelligence is becoming more human. Please, video.
always was when a friend of me asks about, what are you doing now? And I say, I'm working in digital humans. They say, what are you saying? And this is why we need to a video to explain what we are talking about. No? When we start in this project, what we think is about AI have to be more human to have a better relation with humans. Emotions are a fundamental part of our human communication. Without emotions, there is no empathy. Without emotions, there is not communication. Without emotions, there is not confidence. And that's why we think about how we can do more human the AI. And we have been working during 3 years developing the first digital humans with real-time empathic behavioral. The most important thing when we talk about how we can AI make more human is understand that people, when we talk with someone, more than 60% of our emotional communication is based on our facial expression. Without this facial expression, probably there is not emotional, or there is less 60% emotional expression in the communication. And emotional expression is fundamental for our communication, our to take decisions to everything. And what my company have solved is to developing this issue about emotional expression in the human interfaces. We have developed the first software that transforms any AI of the market in emotional and in artificial intelligence, in emotional intelligence with emotional expressions, behaviors in real time. What we are saying is about our avatars can move and express like a human do in a conversation, synchronized with the AI that we have been talking before. This is a big change. This is a huge change in our digital relations with brands and companies, because with these interfaces, what we have in our mobile screen is not a text, is not only a text, is not only a voice. What we have is a human interface that is working in real time, connected to the conversation with the emotions that this conversation have.
So, as far as I understand, we always have been thinking that artificial intelligence was going to become more intelligent, the hardcore of the algorithms. And now, what you are proposing is something completely different. It's making it more humans in the sense of human feelings. So, but the question is, technology, what is, oops, I think my microphone, but what has really innovative this technology? Because there are many renders. We have seen publicity, for example, from Endesa, that they replace faces of men and women, but not in real time. I think you should explain a little bit better what does have innovative in the technology behind to make it work.
Yes, I think that the disruptive innovation that we introduce with these empathic digital humans are that in real time they can have the behavior adapted to the conversation. When we talk about the digital humans, and we can see in the video, it's very easy to have, or it's not easy, but it's more easy to have a double digital in a video where we don't have interaction with him. The most important challenge is that to have this quality of the image that we have seen in real-time interaction in a web or in an app. And this is what we can achieve. And there are 3 things that make our solution probably in this moment the most innovative in digital humans. The first thing is that is the only digital humans that have emotional intelligence synchronized in real time with any AI of the world. The second is the only one digital humans that have developed in WebGL and not in streaming. That is very important because when we are talking about the streaming is very expensive. The streaming is very limited in the quantity of users that you have in the same time interacting with the avatar. When we are talking about the WebGL, we are talking about it's like a web, and there is not. We can speak millions of people at the same time because all the information is in the device of the user. And the third point is the only solution in digital humans that works with any artificial intelligence of the market. And this make this agnostic solution make possible that any AI in the world can use interfaces, human interfaces with emotional intelligence.
So we have talked a little bit about the front end, the back end, but none of this makes any reason if there is no business model. Innovation is business. So for this, we have with us Manuel Jurado, who currently leads the first niche consulting firm created to design hyper-intelligent and realistic digital human experience. So from your point of view, Manuel, how can we apply this to make life better, to make the user experience better? What is your
thank
view?
you. Thank you, Pepe. We are speaking about intelligence, we are speaking about emotion. So we have to blend these two technologies, and we will have a new communication channel. New communication channel. This is very important for all of us. It's a new way to be more relation with the different clients. So for me, and for us, it's very important to understand that this new channel stay here for a long time. So we need to be focused on where is the use cases where we can have a better result. So to understand these technologies, we are developing a methodology to understand all the different steps to exponential all the business. So these different ways is first we need to understand the channel, the business case, the business uses, KPIs, and then start to understand the problems, buyer person, and the problems with all the customer journey. And then we can try to speak about the branding. Jose Maria can do digital doubles. It's really amazing. You have to speak with Pepe. And on the other hand, when we have the branding, we start to connect all the information, all the system. That is very, very important for the latency that have to give to Avatar the real-time response. So this is very important that all together create a project to find the best quality KPIs. So with this integration, the next step is to create the conversational model and then the Google Analytics. So with this information, we can understand the impact on the quick wins. These quick wins is around NPAs, is around to increase the number of processes on the website, reducing the calls, the mailing, and you have a established new channel. So for me, it's very important that all of us have to think about it, because to implement this project is not very difficult, but we need to find the best cases to study. The use cases, sorry. The use cases are not bigger. You can go through the contact center. You can go through the website for assistance, for sales, for the human resources, attention. So we need to open our mind, because it's time to create new products or to design new projects, because we can find, we can create sport training. We can create a chef for nutrition. We can create an avatar for teaching. So I think that this innovation is very, very important, because impact on the quick wins, and this is business. So could be more easy for us to implement because it have a very, very important result. More than result than a number is the relation that you can create with your brand and the users. For me, it's more than a logo. Is the voice and the image of your brand.
And of course, IBM, you develop business models, and for that you have your IBM Garage. Could you explain us a little bit what is IBM Garage and how do you develop business models with your Garage?
Yeah, sure. Well, we have a new IBM. I'm part of the team of IBM Garage, and some of the people from the team are here. Our strategy now is to go to customers to understand their business needs and then translate them into technology. So that's the power, because we are not going to customers anymore saying, we have this kind of functionality. No, we are going to listen them, understand which are their pain points, their needs, and then we will use our methodology to translate that to IBM technology. We do that with a multidisciplinary team that we are, for example, in my team, we are 10 people, and we have business consultants, architects, designers, cloud engineers, data scientists, and we all together create the most impressive solution for the customer. And we are really happy to work together. We like challenges. And this, I like a lot working in IBM Garage. I think I don't know how, I'm really open in my face when I'm talking about that. And we co-create. The most important thing here is that we co-create with customers. It's not that we go to IBM, we go back to IBM, we build something, and in 6-8 weeks we come back with a solution. No, during that 6-8 weeks, we are building together with the customer the most appropriate and more customized solution for their needs. And normally they are happy. So I think we are doing a good job.
We are starting to run out of time, so I'm going to come up with two first open question to see which one of you want to answer, and then about the future. No? That's a must question, of course, in this matter. So about the open question, the risks. What do you think are the risks of this technology? Are we going all get without work? There's something people start, cybersecurity. What is your view of the risk of this technology? This is an open question. Please be brief.
Okay. But I think the risk of the technology, I think, probably is more in automation, no? Because in the use of the avatars, it's only a new level of the automation that we are putting a human interface in this automation. No? But I think probably the risk that we can have is an ethical use of the image of someone. Some people say, but you are doing something like deepfake. No, this is not deepfake. Deepfake is not real time. This is working with, we design this kind of human interfaces, and they are speaking in real time, interacting in real time with you. No? And deepfake is only a video. We create a video with this technology. And I think the risk probably is more in the automation, but more not in the interfaces, human interfaces. I don't think they are saying that okay, people will work in other things that not in the same things as in the past. No?
Right.
What about the future? I'm going to have in my meetings a virtual avatar who's going to work for me, and I won't have to go to the meetings, or a random
sure.
point of view.
Sure.
What do you think the future will bring us? And one word to synthesize your view.
I'm sure next year we will have your avatar on the stage, speaking to everybody and answering the
Half
questions.
of my meetings, they will make no difference.
or for your meetings, you can send the avatar to the meeting. So I think there are a concept that for me is very, very interesting, is the metaverse, that is talking about the virtual reality, that every one of we are here, we will have an avatar of us living in a new universe, a virtual universe that we have supported by blockchain, and we can buy everything in virtual everything.
And one word to synthesize.
Metaverse.
Better.
Excuse me.
Thank you. For me, the real risk is the systems. They have to speak. Very, very important. If they are not connected, the experience will not very, very good. So, in my opinion, is that another question is the business model. So, it depends the company. You have to develop and you have to pay per interaction. So sometimes we think about how can create new different models for another kind of project like a product. And one word, I think for me, biogenetic, it could be the next step for the humanity. And I would like to have a double human for me too.
For me, it's 3 words: quantum machine learning. I think that's the next stage. Everybody's talking about quantum machine learning right now, but it's true that it's not still a reality. But a lot of companies like IBM are investing a lot in quantum. And for example, we have a Python toolkit that you can access and try the quantum technology, the Qiskit. So I think it's important everybody starts thinking about that.
So you think the artificial intelligence will be developed with quantum computing to accelerate the process? Okay.
Sure.
Well, and I'm going to finish the panel with my view. And one of the things I've seen in my professional career with innovation is that always reality is amazing over what you think. So I'm going to end my view of artificial intelligence with the phrase of Alan Turing. Those who can imagine anything can create the impossible. I think there's so much imagination that it's impossible to really see what is going to come. And so for that is all the talent we have with the startups and with companies that are always pushing the technology. And I think the word will be that, will be imagination. So thank you all. I hope you enjoy this panel. See you in South Summit.
Thank you so much.